I'm ready to defend my crown. I, Guana, will be performing live, defending Carnage Soca Monarch. All the things a little curry meet me on the stage. July 25th, 31st, and August 8th. Meet me on the stage. We wild, we in style. When you see me chilling on that branch by myself, no company, no friends. Oh my gosh, I stumble when I meet till I tumble. Woman come in a bungle, wanna come from a jungle. Oh my gosh, I stumble when I meet till I tumble. Woman come in a bungle, wanna come from a jungle.
Somebody go out to face it. We taking them back to basic. Carnage, this year Guana go hard to face it. I'm here, the 25th, look out for Soti the General. I tell you, somebody go out to face it. We taking them back to basic. We cause of that catastrophic. Carnage go hard to face it.
Not there, somebody go out to find your back. I don't they on that, I don't they on that. Somebody go out to face it. I tell you, somebody go out to face it. Somebody go out to face it. Somebody go out to face it. Somebody go out to watch somebody go and shake it. Hold one events and break it. Somebody go out to.
Things already better.
25 minutes on to 7 o'clock. This is where we say good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time zone you're in. Happy day to you. Yeah, it's Thursday, the 24th day of July. Can you say that this morning? Can you claim that things are already better? As the British would say, better. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a good day to have a good day in a good way. Nice. I want to, we're running a bit late. Oh my goodness, so many people are dying, man. The obituaries are long. I'm just seeing someone, is this fever that just transitioned, man? I don't know, man. I really have to stop looking at these things, man. Right, it's Thursday. Heavenly Father, thank you for your mercy and your grace, which woke us up this morning and kept us safe through the night. For bringing us to a brand new day, we bless your holy name. We remain forever grateful for homes, work, and families, and pray that you will send angels to protect us. May you mend every broken heart, touch all who need healing, comfort all who mourn, and bless those with financial needs. In the precious name of Jesus. Amen, amen, and amen. And Thankful Thursday. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, which passes all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. And that's coming from Philippians 4, verse 6 to 7. Good morning. May this Thursday be filled with love, laughter, gratitude, and joy. Nice. Thank you, Reverend. Thank you oh so much. Yep. Thursday. Good morning, my dear friend, Miss Wells. How are you doing this morning? How's mom? Everybody's fine. How's the dog? Good morning. It's a good day to have a good day. Remember that, in a good way. And the word of the day today, that word is laudable. Laudable. L-A-U-D-A-B-L-E. Laudable. Laudable.
Time to feel the sound and smell the burn. Bass and burn. Cars and noise. The automotive experience
of praise. Worthy of praise. And here's how we can use that word in a sentence. Her efforts to help the community were laudable. Yeah, laudable. Good morning, Lady Cheryl. How are you doing? You all right? Nice. Holy Spirit.
Take my soul.
Holy Spirit.
Fill my soul.
Nice. I love this song. The folks at A&R Eatery and Bar in Pedmota, good morning. Aaron, good morning to you and the guys. It is indeed a good day to have a good day, no matter what. Well, there are some bills being passed in Parliament today, or being brought up in Parliament today, and very interesting. Some of them are creating some, some sort of friction, some concerns. May the Lord have His way. Good morning to all the drivers, all the nations of the nation. Good morning, all the drivers. Nadisha, good morning to you. Debbie and the surrounding areas, good morning. Crowshoe, Jonesy and the entire family. Yeah, Mr. Jones, how are you doing? Very interesting gentleman, very, very interesting. Loads of wisdom. Good morning to you and the folks at C-Tech. The motivational tip of the day, that's up next. Nurture your inner strength. Nurture your inner strength. Trust that you have everything within you. Trust that you have everything within you to overcome challenges. Focus on your inner power. Yeah, that inner intestinal fortitude that no matter what, I am going to get through. I am going to get over this. This too shall pass. Give the time some time. But, fortify yourself inwardly. You know what I'm saying? Linda Straker, good morning to you. How are you doing this morning? And the folks at MWAG. Yeah, Calistra. And the team, MWAG team, good morning. I understand all you have a big broad cruise coming up. How come all you and tell me about that, boy? It's 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock in case you must know the time. Let's see what's buzzing this morning. Buzzing. All right, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell makes a clarion call to surrender illegal firearms. In the region, ransom demanded for friends kidnapped in Trinidad and Tobago. Internationally, Trump's administration unveils wide-ranging AI, that's artificial intelligence, action plan. And in sports, Andre Russell's farewell, a legend's final stand at Sabina Park. I was having a conversation with a former West Indian cricketer on Tuesday, that would have been. And if things continue as they are, as it relates to the administration of West Indies cricket, you would see more folks taking early retirement, yeah? A comment was made that if a certain person is moved, all right, from the position that they hold, you would see Nicholas Purran coming back. Am I sensing that there's a bully somewhere? Come on, guy, you gotta be careful, because time has a way of, you know what I'm saying? Folks, it's 19 minutes on to 7 o'clock. I'm hopeful that you're having a great day thus far. Good morning to Myrna Julian and the team at Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority. Nawasa, good morning. Grenlec, my friends in Grenlec. My good friend Lydia Courtney Francis and your team. Good morning to your home circle, first of all. The young lady that had a birthday not so long ago. Good morning to your husband. Good morning to home. And now good morning to Team Grenlec. How they do? Hope all they're doing fine, yeah? All right, the Grenadian Enterprise. Good morning to my friends in there. Well, it's that time again, yeah? Nice. 18 minutes on to 7. Carriacou and P.D. Martinet, good morning. I want to challenge you today. All right, challenge you to tell yourself and mean it that whatever comes your way today, you can face it. Yeah, whatever. The devil has a way of tricking you. Fear is a thing that cripples you. You're fearful of something that hasn't happened as yet. You know what I'm saying? I used to be frightened to go through certain paths because afraid I meet a serpent. I'm afraid them no more. I faced it up. I went and I studied serpent snakes. Go on YouTube and learn all that I could. I'm seeing villages in Africa where little children are playing with big pythons. I say, what if these children could do that? Then and in those areas, the snakes are poisonous. You know what I'm saying? I know I studied it, and right now my phobia is gone. I'm not saying that I'll go look for them and play with them, but I'm no longer instinctively frightened of them. Face your fears, man. That's a trick from the enemy, from the pit of hell. Prepare yourself for any eventualities that may come mentally, you understand? Yeah. If it's a physical fight, prepare physically. Most of the battles are won mentally, yeah? Folks, the AM edition of News Sports and the weather comes up right after this. Good morning to the folks at His Majesty's Prison. Good morning, Gangster Cop, Fleshy, and the entire team, man. Stay strong, okay? Folks, the AM edition of News is up next.
I journey to this distant land, guide my steps away from temptation, 'cause in my heart
It's a busy world, and we all know the saying, time is money. Meet Candice and Oliver. They both have busy days ahead. Let's see how that goes. Candice is in a rush, off to the bank, again. Oh, looks like she didn't plan for traffic, or this long line either. Now let's check in on Oliver. His morning starts a little differently. Using his phone, Oliver makes a peer-to-peer transfer and pays his bills, all while having his morning coffee. At the store, Oliver checks his finances with online banking. Candice? Still waiting. Back to Oliver. He stops at the bank to meet his loan officer. While waiting, he schedules a payment and makes a wire transfer. Wondering about Candice? Yup, still waiting. Candice could be like Oliver if she uses Co-op Bank's e-solutions. Make your day easier with Co-op Bank's swift, simple, and secure e-banking platform. Bank on your terms, from anywhere, at any time. Click, tap, done. Banking just got easier.
Welcome home.
Calling the CARICOM community, assembling global Africa. The 4th edition of the Afri-Caribbean Trade Investment Forum, Active 2025, is coming to St. George, Grenada, this 28th to 29th July. Join government and business leaders, investors, and trade and finance institutions to explore the theme, resilience and transformation, enhancing Africa-Caribbean economic cooperation in an era of global uncertainty. Be there as we stand together to strengthen our commercial ties, to promote shared trade and investment opportunities, and unlock prosperity for Africa, the Caribbean, and the wider diaspora. The 4th Afri-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum. Reserve your place now at active2025.com.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Thursday, July 24th, 2025. Coming up in the news, locally, Prime Minister makes a clarion call to surrender illegal firearms. In the region, ransom demanded for friends kidnapped in Trinidad and Tobago. Internationally, Trump's administration unveils wide-ranging AI action plan. And in sports, Andrew Russell's farewell, a legend's final stand at Sabina Park. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Yes, people, it's me, thank God. Don't do your man that. Remember, GBN, Spice Up the Carnage. I will be there. Don't do your man that. Your man don't deserve that, girl. Don't do your man that. Your man don't deserve that. Don't do your man that. Your man don't deserve that, girl. Don't do your man that. Your man don't... Oh, God! Ladies, make sure you come my people support. I will be there. Boom. Don't do your man that. Your man don't deserve that, girl. Don't do your man that. Your man don't deserve that. Don't do your man that. Your man don't deserve that, girl. Don't do your man that. Your man don't deserve that. Oh, God!
A good Thursday morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has once again issued a strong appeal for individuals in possession of illegal firearms to surrender them to the authorities.
While the amnesty for the firearms are over, we still want to encourage those who have illegal firearms in their possession to turn these over and to hand them in. I've said repeatedly, firearms are meant to kill. They're meant to maim, and there will be no good end if you have an illegal firearm. You're either going to use it on someone, or someone unfortunately is going to use a firearm on you, and then you risk injuring or damaging other citizens who are innocent and who have nothing to do with any dispute or conflict.
Speaking ahead of the carnival season, the Prime Minister stressed that both residents and visitors must be able to enjoy festivities without the fear of becoming innocent victims of violence.
That's not the reputation we want for Grenada. That's not the reputation we want for Carnival, because then it would fail. It will not be successful. People will not feel that they can go out and enjoy themselves and be safe. And even before we talk about tourists or anything like that, we ourselves need to ensure that we are safe if we are going to be able to go out and enjoy our Carnival. So I want to emphasize the need for us to make sure that we moderate our behavior, that we have a violent-free Carnival, that we have a safe Carnival.
His comments come against the backdrop of heightened security measures at the General Hospital following recent safety concerns linked to suspected gang-related activities. As a precaution, the Ministry of Health has suspended all visits to the male surgical ward with immediate effect. The move is intended to protect patients, staff, and visitors. Increased police presence and stricter screening at hospital entry points have also been implemented. The public is advised to expect possible delays upon arrival, and hospital staff is also working to keep next of kin informed through alternative communication channels. The measures follow a deadly shooting incident early on Sunday, July 20th in the popular Wall Street area in Grenada. Matthew Thomas of Gulf Coast St. George, who was reportedly performing in the area at the time, was one of the victims of the shooting and died one day later at the General Hospital. 4 other individuals were also injured in the incident and remain hospitalized. The Royal Grenada Police Force has launched an investigation. No arrests have been made so far, and the motive behind the shooting remains unclear. Police are appealing to anyone with information or who may have witnessed the shooting to come forward. Kelly Penny, a 38-year-old construction worker of Boca in St. George, was sentenced to 12 years, 4 months, and 28 days after admitting responsibility for the death of Chris Alfred, who was found lying in a pool of blood following a violent confrontation on November 13th, 2022. The sentence comes after Penny, who has no previous convictions, pleaded guilty to manslaughter by provocation after pleading not guilty to non-capital murder in the St. George's High Court. A post-mortem report revealed that Alfred, known to many as Benji, died from hypovolemic shock caused by a stab wound to the left side of the neck. The court heard that the two men had a physical altercation during which Penny also sustained injuries. The deceased, who was 31 at the time, leaves behind a son who is now 10 years old. Attorney Ali Gill argued that his client acted out of loss of self-control after being provoked, verbally abused, and attacked by the now deceased man, who has labeled as the aggressor in this case. He noted that the knife used was in fact the victim's and that Penny had no intention to kill. However, the court also considered several aggravating factors. The incident occurred in a public space. The convict returned to the scene afterward to retrieve his belongings, and he failed to seek medical assistance for the victim. In addition to the custodial sentence, Penny was ordered to undergo psychotherapeutic treatment for a minimum of 6 months. Periodic reports are to be submitted to the court every 6 months, and failure to comply may result in an additional year of imprisonment. Kelly Penny has been on remand since the day of the incident in November 2022. His sentence will take that time already served into account. And finally, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell says the government's decision to amend the age of civil responsibility is one of the outcomes of the Spotlight Initiative, and claims that there was extensive consultation with the general public before the legislation was included on the order paper for the lower house sitting today, Thursday, July 24th. Speaking on the matter during his weekly DMs with the PM last evening, the Prime Minister said that the bill is among the old matters his government met after winning the June 2022 general elections and taking over the government. We have more in this report.
I wish to point out that there has been extensive consultation on these matters. These are actually all matters that this administration met when it came into office. As recently as yesterday, I was pointing out to someone that when I just joined the political arena and I became leader of the National Democratic Congress, one of the first public events I attended was an event at Spice Basket, which was then being led by a team that was leading what is called a Spotlight Initiative, which main focus is on gender-based violence, providing access to women, including young women, to make sure that they have access to sexual and reproductive health. At the time, the minister who was leading this initiative was the Honorable Delma Thomas, who was then the minister responsible for those matters. And this has been an ongoing project or program spanning years. As I said, we're talking as far back as when I got involved, 2021, and even before that. So there's been extensive consultations on these issues.
The Prime Minister said the length of the consultation of matters like this can make some forget what happened in the lead up to having a bill or the legislative outcome presented to the Parliament. Sharing his opinion on the matter, the Prime Minister, who is an attorney by profession, said that there is no age of sexual consent in Grenada, but criminal prohibition was written in the Criminal Code. That concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us, the regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather. They're straight ahead. In the region, ransom demanded for friends kidnapped in Trinidad and Tobago. We have more in this OCM News report.
A ransom has been demanded for two friends kidnapped in Trinidad and Tobago. The two have been missing since Monday. They are 21-year-old Kiran Lachman and 18-year-old Ryan Singh. Both are said to be from Dabadi in the east. The collective sum of $1.2 million TT is being demanded. Mr. Lachman's mother, Annie Sitahal, yesterday told reporters the two went to transport a boat engine in Valencia, also in the east. They have not been seen since.
I saw the vehicle in a very dark area, bushy area, and I didn't want to come out. I was scared. So I went up, high up the road, I turned and I come back down. And coming back down, I say, you know what, I'll probably go across by his friends and them where he will normally be. So I went there again, blew my horn, tried calling out to people, nobody came out. I drive back down the road and I said, you know what, best I call the police. Because I am seeing the vehicle here, but I'm not seeing him. Something is wrong.
Police have been searching for the two men. Ms. Sitahal said her son is ill and requires medication.
So I don't know wherever he is, whoever has him, he know he on medication. He know he have to take medication. He will come home. It's not of him not to come home.
The latest kidnapping comes after police successfully rescued a 44-year-old mother. The Grenada government has...
Looking further afield, the administration of the United States President Donald Trump has unveiled its new Artificial Intelligence Action Plan, which includes a strategy, it says, will boost the U.S. standing in AI as it competes with China for dominance in the rapidly growing sector. The White House released the 25-page America's AI Action Plan on Wednesday. It includes 90 different policy proposals that the administration says will increase AI tools for allies around the globe. It will also promote a production of new data centers around the U.S., and it will scrap federal regulations that hinder AI development although it is not clear which regulations are in question. In a statement, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said the plan will ensure America sets the technological gold standard worldwide and that the world continues to run on American technology. Brazil has said that it will move to intervene in a case before the International Court of Justice, the ICJ, alleging that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza as non-Western countries step up calls for greater pressure. The Brazilian Ministry of Foreign Affairs said on Wednesday that it was in the final stages of submitting a formal intervention to the ICJ regarding the case originally brought on by South Africa. The international community cannot remain inactive in the face of ongoing atrocities, the Foreign Ministry said in a statement. Brazil believes there is no longer room for moral ambiguity or political omission. Impunity undermines international legality and undermines the credibility of the multilateral system. Brazil's planned intervention in the case, earlier reported by Brazilian paper Folha de Sao Sao Paulo comes as Israeli abuses in Gaza, including harsh restrictions on aid that have brought the Gaza Strip to the brink of mass famine, are under growing scrutiny. And finally, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has promised to introduce new legislations amid continuing protests and international criticisms over a law passed earlier this week that critics say undermines Ukraine's fight against corruption. The controversial law passed on Tuesday places the National Anti-Corruption Bureau of Ukraine, the NABU, and the Specialized Anti-Corruption Prosecutor's Office under the direct authority of the country's Prosecutor General, an official appointed by the President. Now, critics say the law strips the agency of their independence and could allow political interference. That's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. West Indies Andre Russell bid an emotional final farewell to international cricket on the 22nd of July as he bowed out of the game at his home ground, Sabina Park in Jamaica. The occasion began with a guard of honor where both West Indies and Australian players formed a corridor to salute Russell as he walked onto his home turf for the final time in maroon. Before an energetic capacity crowd at Sabina Park, Jamaica's Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, met Russell on the field and presented the 37-year-old with a special commemorative gift of an encased bat-shaped guitar draped in the Jamaican flag. That's to symbolize his dual identity as both a cricket and Jamaican legend. Playing his 86th and final T20 international, Russell delivered exactly what the fans hoped for. Batting at number 7 with the West Indies in trouble at 98 for 5, he produced a fiery and much-needed cameo knock of 36 from 15 deliveries, which featured 2 4s and 4 6s. Russell was his usual explosive self with trademark big hitting and helped the West Indies to a spirited total of 172 for 8. Despite a notable individual performance and a memorable pre-match ceremony, the Jamaicans' last dance was overshadowed by Australia's 8th wicket victory, which gave the visitors a 2-0 lead in the current 5-match T20 series. Regardless of the disappointing result, Russell still took time to greet adoring fans, sign autographs, and even take selfies after the match. His post-match comments reflected both the gratitude and natural disappointment of ending on a losing note. Over his 15-year international career, he successfully established himself as one of the T20 cricket's most feared all-rounders, and in doing so, became a global superstar and ambassador. The guard of honor from both teams and the adulation of the Sabina Park crowd served as fitting recognition of a player who consistently delivered excitement and match-winning performances. Ultimately, the match will be remembered not for the result, but for the celebration of one of cricket's most beloved entertainers who bowed out thrilling crowds with explosive batting at his beloved Sabina Park. Rest easy, my bro. Enjoy retirement. And that's the sports at this time, folks. Stay with us. The weather forecast is up ahead.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
forecaster Cassia Johnson at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Cassia.
Good morning to you and good morning to the listeners. Here is the weather for today, Thursday, 24th July 2025. Currently at the airport, conditions are partly cloudy. Winds are from the east at 16 miles per hour. Pressure 1014.7 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature 28.7 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 77%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.9 degrees Celsius. Minimum temperature last night 24.5 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was 15.9 millimeters of rainfall at the airport, which brings the total for the month to 77.1 millimeters. Looking at the public forecast valid for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy at first and hazy, with brief isolated showers becoming fair as the morning progresses. Today's maximum temperature 31.0 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in northeast to easterly swells. A small craft advisory is in effect. Tides are currently falling and will be low at 8:30 a.m., high at 2:30 p.m. Sunset today 6:35, sunrise tomorrow 5:52. Again, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy at first and hazy, with brief isolated showers becoming fair as the morning progresses. A small craft advisory is in effect. From the Met Office, I am Cassia Johnson.
Thank you very much, Cassia. Have yourself a wonderful day now.
Thank you, thank you.
And folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited. Minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. PM makes clarion call to surrender illegal firearms. In the region, a ransom demanded for friends kidnapped in Trinidad and Tobago. Internationally, Trump's administration unveils a wide-ranging AI action plan, and in that case, AI means artificial intelligence. In sports, Andre Russell's farewell, a Legends final stand at Sabina Park. That's the morning edition of news for today, Thursday, the 24th day of July, 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. And we've got the traffic report coming up momentarily after this commercial break.
JKT Entertainment is bringing the heat. It's time to feel the sound and smell the burn. Bass and burn, cars and noise. The automotive experience of the year. July 26th and 27th at the National Stadium Car Park. It's 2 days of adrenaline-fueled madness with over 30 show cars from Trinidad, including Lethal Auto, MacGyver Sounds, and Simplicity Creations, plus Grenada's own beasts, bringing the noise.
He'll say your back, come touch me then.
Early bird tickets are just $50. After that, it's $60. Get yours now at gotofed.com and all authorized ticket outlets. Gates open at 11 a.m. on both days. Sponsored by Country Cold Store, SP's International, Campari, Stag, Rubis, Fast Print, Waggy Tea, GMC, Rainbow Janitorial, Eco Blue, Spice Style Automotive, and McIntyre Brothers.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Terms and conditions apply. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Wednesday, August 6th, Concept Events, together with Flatlands Park Ship and Print, present Pre-Day, Black and Bougie. Jalpree celebrates with all his friends. This is Pre-Day, featuring The Viking, Bungee Guard, Fan Lions, and The Viking. Problem Child, GBM Neutral, Full Blow, Kutain, and a command performance by the Jab Boss himself, Jalpree. We coming through. Top international DJ, the Grenada National Stadium. Gates open at 10 p.m. Showtime 11 p.m. All early bird tier 1 tickets have already been sold out. Grenada, get ready. This is Pre-Day, Black and Bougie.
All right, folks, it's 15 minutes after 7 o'clock. At this time, we join Corporal Troy Paul from the Traffic Department of the RGPF for this morning's traffic report. Good morning, Corporal Paul.
Good morning to you and good morning to all your listeners. And it is a quiet morning this morning in the Tri-Island state of Grenada as it relates to traffic this morning. And it's one where our roads are relatively quiet with little to no traffic at this moment in most of our areas. And I don't know if that is a plus, if everyone is late this morning, but I believe that persons traveling along all roads this morning can do so freely. And that doesn't mean that we have to speed because there is not much traffic. But if persons are late this morning, I urge you to get on behind those wheels this morning and let's get cracking so that you can get to work on time and safely. We expect that traffic to build as we get closer to the 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock hour, as that's most of the times persons will have to get to work. But if you're traveling along our roads now, it is relatively quiet. No accidents to report, no obstructions to report. As we move on, I just want for the past 24 hours, the accident state is 5 minor accidents. We're seeing a decrease from yesterday, which was 7. It moved to 5. It is a plus as we track that on a daily basis. So with us, some updates. We continue to have vehicle. We continue to have work being done along the River Road, Public Road, where the traffic continues to be obstructed. As as a result of that work being done. So drivers are urged to take alternative routes. You're coming from the Melville Street direction, or you're coming from the western direction. You use the Cherry Hill entrance onto the Ring Road, up to Mount Rush, or over the Humbert Bridge, and you get to your destination. For persons coming over the Granite Tank, Tempe, Mungie direction, you use the Humbert Bridge and onto the Ring Road, Queens Park Main Road, and you get to your destination. Also, the Grandlands Public Road, which we refer to as the Morris Bishop Highway, Chalice and Point Saline, work continues in that area as the NAWASA SIP program continues as we try to improve our water system, especially sewer, in the entire trial state of Grenada. And pretty soon a lot of other areas will be affected, such as Green Street and other areas. A lot of projects will be starting soon. So persons are urged to be mindful that there may be some obstructions, delays in traffic as they get to and from their destinations. This morning, I just want to urge drivers again to continue to drive safely. Speeding is one of the things that are one of the contributing factors to accidents, and the speed limit in all of our towns for Grenada is 20 miles per hour for all classes of vehicles. And out of the town, we have 35 miles per hour for public service vehicles, that is a bus and the goods vehicles, and 40 miles per hour for the private motor vehicles. So drivers, please pay attention to your speed limit so that you can drive within them. You're caught driving over the speed limit in any of those zones, you can be ticketed and you can be fined. And the matter can still end up in court where you can still be fined and confined. So we want to urge drivers to continue to drive safely along our roads, and as I always try to steal the tourism slogan, tourism is everybody's business. And the question we continue to ask every morning, if you're texting,
who's driving?
Who's driving?
Thank you, Corporal. Have a great day to you and the rest of your team at the traffic department as always.
Thank you very much, and to all your listeners and the entire team at GBN.
All right, folks, that's it for the traffic report this morning. We take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we have members from the XPRA Association talking their activities.
Remembering our past, reclaiming our roots, empowering our future. On August 1st, Grenada will rally with the Global African Diaspora to celebrate Emancipation Day.
Bring down the power of love, I say. Bring down the power.
Let us bring down the power of freedom as Grenville comes alive with exciting cultural performances, exhibitions, food, fashion, and great speeches on August 1st. The day celebrations commence at 6 a.m. with an emancipation breakfast at the Grenville car park. At 4:30 p.m., the traditional mass bands will assemble at Dunfermline and head for Grenville, while the school marching bands will leave Progress Park at 5:30 p.m. and parade down to Soubise for the spectacular Flambeau March into Grenville at 6:30 p.m. At precisely the stroke of 8, the spotlight shifts to the Grenville bus terminal with an action-packed program of cultural presentations from the National Performing Company, Spiceland dancers, cultural train, Lion Pride, Tivoli drummers, spoken word poets, and top local calypsonians. There will also be a special reenactment of the Emancipation Proclamation. So put on your African wear and come to Grenville in your numbers on August 1st and bring down the power of love and freedom as we celebrate our emancipation. Buses available nationwide. Contact your parliamentary offices.
Touching
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all. Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
JKT Entertainment is bringing the heat. It's time to feel the sound and smell the burn. Bass and burn, cars and noise. The automotive experience of the year. July 26th and 27th at the National Stadium Car Park. It's 2 days of adrenaline-fueled madness with over 30 show cars from Trinidad, including Lethal Auto, MacGyver Sounds, and Simplicity Creations, plus Grenada's own beasts bringing the noise.
He'll say your back, come touch me then.
Early bird tickets are just $50. After that, it's $60. Get yours now at GoToFed.com and all authorized ticket outlets. Gates open at 11 a.m. on both days. Sponsored by Country Cold Store, SP's International, Campari, Stag, Rubis, Fast Sprint, Waggy Tea, GMC, Rainbow Janitorial, Eco Blue, Spice Style Automotive, and McIntyre Brothers.
Good morning, it's 26 minutes after 7 o'clock. Welcome to the conversation this morning, the first neck or leg of the conversation. And as I told you, I am joined by members of the Ex-Peary and Patriot Association. To my extreme right is Comrade Rayvon Nelson, and to my immediate right is my comrade and good friend, Mr. Dean Phillip. Gentlemen, welcome to the conversation.
Well, thank you for having us this morning, and we are here to promote, and so we want to ask of the listeners and viewers to GBN to stay tuned. We have some great information coming up which we want you to be part of it.
Brother Dwayne, how are you doing?
I'm pretty okay. Welcome one and all.
Yes.
On air. I'm doing on the line.
Okay. All right. The Ex-Peary and Patriot Association, it's celebrating Welfare Association. It's celebrating its 4th anniversary.
Yeah.
All right. How has it been progressing thus far? 4 years.
We can say that we are very much thankful all right, for the successes that we have made for the past 4 years. God has been truly good to us as an organization, and we have received, gracious and many, support from that of the community, individuals, as well as the business sector have contributed. Comrades themselves, all right, because we have a diaspora group likewise, and they have been helping us greatly, all right, through finance as well as material resources, and they have their own body set up there, and they work with us, and so we are doing well, and that's why we came up with the idea of having a Thanksgiving service on this our 4th anniversary. Normally people celebrate on the 5 and on the zeros. All right. Of course, next year we're going to have something much bigger, but because God has been so good to us, for that short period of 4 years, we thought it wise to have a Thanksgiving service and to invite all our ex-PRA and all patriots of the Grenada Revolution.
Awesome. Now, just for information purposes, approximately how many members of the ex-PRA do you have? Not whether they're actively involved in the association, but generally speaking, how many ex-PRAs do you have? Do you have an exact figure or a close guesstimation?
I would answer that. Since I'm the PRO of the association, we have at this present time because we set up our WhatsApp chat, and we have at present over 170-something local ex-members of the People Revolutionary Army and Patriots present on that chat. Plus, we also have a diaspora chat, which we have approximately over 30+ persons on that chat.
Okay. All right. And from the ex-PRA's perspective, right, those that were actively involved in the military and other administrative aspects, that one of the things that we hear about a lot, it's a big talk in the U.S. Once you served in the military and a time has passed that you're no longer there, but there are a number of after effects, traumas, and so you hear about post-traumatic stress and so forth, disorder and everything like that. Do you want to have the capacity to reach out to these members of your grouping to render aid and treatment and support, be it moral, psychological, or whatever?
Yeah, well, that's the area that we are working on, and we have support, all right, in that field. But then you can tell you that the good thing is that we have 3 doctors, local doctors, that are on board with us to provide assistance free of cost.
And were they part of the movement, the organization, the Revolutionary Army and our government?
Well, I know of one, certainly Dr. Terence Marisho. Okay. All right, as you know, he was a medical doctor trained in, and still is a medical doctor. So once you present your ID to him, right, because we have IDs for members, then the service will be free of cost. Okay. We have with us also Sonia Johnson, Nixon, sorry. And we also have a doctor up at, his name always eluded me, in St. Andrew. Likewise.
Is it Dr. Keith Johnson?
Yes, Johnson. Oh, okay, right. So,
Doc, good morning.
Yeah, so we have 3 doctors, of course, all right, who's on board with us that provide that kind of a support, because you will realize now that many of the comrades are in their 60s. Right. Could you imagine when I entered into the revolution in 1979? Of course, I was 19 years. So you do the math from now until then you'll realize how old I am. All right, and so you find that the guys, they really need assistance. That's why we always say that our focus is on the word welfare, the well-being of our comrades, because a lot of comrades are traumatized. The fall of the revolution, because some comrades are just living for that. One would expect that the revolution will go on through, and they will be there giving their support, doing whatever they have to do, and so on. And so when that the fall of the revolution, it created that syndrome, and a lot of comrades are devastated. Some of them have not fully recovered, and that's why we are here. That's why we formed the association, realizing that those of us who are strong, we decided to come together to form this body so that we can provide the necessary assistance for these comrades.
From the PRG, right? The People's Revolutionary Government. The G there is government. Now, in some quarters, it is referred to as an illegitimate government in that it was revolutionary, but government is key here. So, have succeeding governments, right? Governments that came after the collapse of the PRG, did they reach out to former members of government in terms of from a humanitarian standpoint? Okay, to say, well, you served, whether it was revolutionary or not, but you served and you need support. Have any government done that?
Yes. Let's just track back a little in terms of the support for them comrades. We set up groups in different parish, and the different groups does at least assist comrades within that parish in terms of whatever needs that they can afford. Yes, besides the national body that is based in St. George's. And to answer the question in terms of government now, over the years, maybe not at that massive scale, some have tried. But we acknowledge that this present government, the NDC government under the leadership of the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, they reached out to us. And through the Ministry of Social Affairs, Honorable Gloria Thomas, all right, they have called us in, have a discussion with us. And they give us a template to work on. And we start that template whereby we presented to them a list of comrades and the needs. For example, housing to be in the seed program, health, medication, and so forth. So we follow that template and we send it into the Ministry of Social Development through the Honorable Gloria Thomas. So at least I must acknowledge that this government is the only government that reached that far in supporting those comrades in terms of the psychological and material and physical needs.
Now, whereas the Grenada Revolution was the first revolution in the English-speaking Caribbean, right? But revolutions are not anything strange, okay? Do you have any engagement with other countries that had revolutions to see how the revolution collapsed, to see how they were treated by,
Well, no, we have not linked up with any other group in the region. As we say, we have a diaspora group where you have comrades who have migrated and people overseas who, had loved the process. All right, and so resources do come to us. We must, commend the comrades overseas, who after the revolution they travel overseas, to make a life and to keep themselves going. And they are very much appreciative of the work that we are doing. And so they send material resources, they send financial resources, and the fact that they have set up a group. But we have not linked up with any such group, because revolution in the I think only Trinidad you had Abu Bakr try something and so on and so forth. But in terms of revolution, within the English-speaking Caribbean, we have not linked up with anybody to, give us any support and so on. We utilize the resources that we have. Grenadians who are very much strong with the revolution in all variant fields, all right, they give us support likewise, and we are very much grateful for that. And I want to join with Comrade Danny in really commending this administration. I mean, one's had to just think of, the seriousness and the interests of the Prime Minister, the President Prime Minister, recognizing us. I mean, the only time that we were invited to one of these activities was when they had it down at the stadium, I think 2 years back. All right, and we were recognized. We were asked to stand and, because we were there as a group and asked to stand to recognize that there is a group, right? People who have gone through the revolution, made a meaningful contribution, but who have been, treated like sort of castaways, and people we just malign and set aside and so on. And they have been tremendous, right, in providing assistance, because as Comrade Denny correctly stated, right, they are seeking our interests. We have comrades who have gone now on the seed program, and we are very much grateful for that, right? We have received other assistance, and they're working on the question of housing, see how they can provide, for needy comrades and so on and so forth. So there are other things. We had to meet with them again and see how, in terms of the medical, what they could assist us there with and so on. But we are grateful for the 3 individuals that have thus far come on board, doctors who are willing to provide that assistance, and we are very much grateful.
I mean, I must, say this on record that for the doctors and other professionals who come forth, you need to get your bouquet of flowers now while you're alive, because that's a very noble gesture, and I'm happy that you're mentioning it here, because whether it's a bitter or a sweet taste in your mouth, the revolution, the Grenada Revolution, whether you like it or not, it's not going to be erased from our history. It's an integral part of our history. As a matter of fact, it's part of our recent history, our modern history. So to folks that, it's there. There are some folks who were affected adversely by it, and there are those who were positively affected by it. So, and that's life, But what is important is that it is here, and that part of our history is not going. So to those who see the need, be it humanitarian or otherwise, to come out and support that faucet, that cadre of people that were involved, they really deserve mention. But another question from the ex-PRA and PRG folks, how actively participatory are they in the activities of the organization, your organization? Do they come out and participate when you have functions, initiatives, or meetings?
So far, I must say that not total. This organization was formed from grassroots soldiers, ordinary soldiers, as myself, Comrade Nelson. But you have some comrades, like for example, that was in a higher ranking of the military, and some of the government that is assisting some way or other. But we need to see more of that. And let me mention that also recognizing this government for first ever recognizing the fallen soldiers, because we give them a list of all the fallen soldiers, the combatants who died in that period, and they will be formulating a monument officially, hopefully for the Heroes Day next year. Officially, they will erect an official monument with their names and so forth inscribed on that monument.
Wow!
So that we go on, and that is something that we really applaud them for.
Yeah.
Well, you seem to be very, very knowledgeable on certain things. There are some questions coming close to October. I want you to come and sit down and talk with me. Do you, from the top of your head, do you have a general idea as to how many fallen soldiers are there?
Well, so far we have approximately about over 30 plus.
Okay. All right. That you okay. All right.
Approximately. And I must say, Comrade Nelson can speak that the main reason for we being here in terms of our church service and the contribution to the other comrades and so. Comrade Nelson.
All right. So let me just give an outline. You see, I was just relaxing and listening to the 4th anniversary is approaching. What can we do? And so by the inspiration, because I'm an elder of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, right, I'm a man of the word likewise.
Hold on. Just pause, right? Don't stop, pause. So you're now a man of the cloth. And I know my friend is also a man of the cloth. Yeah. So you're all from God.
Yeah.
All right. And have you used your good offices now to reach out through that voice to some of your fallen, not fallen, but some of your comrades out there?
Yeah, of course. I'm the chaplain of the organization.
Okay.
All right. And so when we have our meeting, of course, I'm responsible for the devotion. We never have a meeting without prayer and a devotion. And I'm the person responsible for that.
Wow.
Right. Plus to give encouragement to all of the other comrades who are out there. Right. Because you need words of comfort, words of assurance, words of hope. You need to bring that to the comrades. Right. Okay. And so we engage with that. But the idea of our anniversary activity, I don't know if you want to skip over into that one.
No, yes, come into it.
Right, good. So I was inspired by that. And so I shared it with the comrades. I said, look, I've been inspired for our 4th anniversary. Normally we go on the 0s and the 5. But God had been tremendously good to us. That I think for this one, let us have something to show that let God know that we really appreciative of. And so the idea comes, let's have just a weekend. So on Saturday, right, the 2nd of August, we'll be having a Thanksgiving service at the SDA Church in Archibald Avenue. All right, we're going to have a message. Of course, the humble servant to do the message, already prepared. And then thereafter, that's from 9 to 12:30. We're going to have lunch downstairs, right? Fellowship lunch, together with the members of the church who would like to join us. All right, to the comrades who come to the service, and patriots, of course. And then the afternoon, we are going to visit the General Hospital, and we are going to bring gift basket to the 5 wards: male medical, male surgical, female medical, female surgical, and the pediatric ward. All right. Now on the Sunday, beginning at 9 a.m., we are going to start at St. George visiting our shut-in comrades, and then we're going to follow through up on the western side. In St. John, we'll do the same. St. Mark, the comrades who are shut in and are able to move. We even have comrades in the home, Hillsview Home in Gough, all right, that we pay attention to from time to time, and move up to St. Patrick, and then across to St. David, we visit
St. Andrews and then
St. Andrew, and then St. David. And then at St. David, around the 2 o'clock hour, we plan to arrive there. And one of the comrade Sylvester, right? He has a little business and so on, right, recreational center up there in Nassages. And so we are going to congregate there, where we're going to have lunch, we're going to have board game, domino, draft, that kind of thing, socialize together, etc., etc. So that is what the weekend will look like. But the main highlight would be that of the Thanksgiving service on the Saturday. And of course, we look forward to visiting our comrades and making our contribution to the General Hospital.
That's awesome. You want to chip in?
Yes, basically, and in terms of all the preparation, like the lunch and so forth, the organization will be sponsoring all those things. For example, after the church service, we gather with the congregants of that church, and we will provide the meal and so on.
October, 2 months of the year that would be very critical to your organization would be March and October. March is gone. From the organization's perspective, do you have anything in a planning stage for October coming?
Yeah, basically, we do have a yearly plan for October. Okay. We by on October the 19th, we come together with the government, whatever they're doing, we involve with them in terms of being part of that whole commemoration, that whole activity that surrounding those days, that day. And also what we normally do, we just go and lay wreath on Fort Frederick, where our comrades
Fort George.
Fort George, where our comrade was slain. So we just go and lay wreath at that time.
I'm happy you mentioned that. That's a critical part of one of my songs this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And on the 25th, what we normally do is to go and lay a wreath at the Cuban Monument down on Point Lane. All right, and from there we travel over to the cemetery where we have some of our comrades who were buried, where we also lay a wreath with some other organization, like for example the Matters Foundation and so on. Okay. And in the evening time we have our own coming back to that same location on Cemetery.
Okay.
We have our own service and reflection and so forth, and after then we go over to we find ourselves in a location whereby we can have socialized reminiscence and eat and drinks and fellowship and so on.
Okay. All right. Well, we've reached to the point where we have to end, but I'll give you both some parting words.
Yeah, well, let me go first, because while we have our chat, we want to ask of, and don't look at this as PRA alone, right? But we're talking about patriots in whatever way that you have made a contribution to the Grenada Revolution, whether it's in the medical field, whether you're a police officer during the time of the revolution, in agriculture, in fishery, being a diplomat, and so on, because we have invited and have been given support from the Venezuelan ambassador, the Cuban ambassador. So we have invited them. Sister Decima, who is one of our diplomats to the United Nations, we have invited her, and people who have made a meaningful contribution. And there are some people who do not know who are in the background making a contribution. So it is not just for XPRA, but once you correctly explain, and we want to wish you all the best likewise, in the Calypso competition. And you have I listened to the song yesterday, and you have really explained what a patriot is all about. And that's what we're asking all patriots of the Grenada Revolution. All right, we are asking you please to join us in that Thanksgiving service. And we highly appreciated you joining us, and just to share in that moment, so that we can, have serious reflection and see what we can do going forward to help the organization. And of course, to continue, I can tell you that we are still here. I wouldn't admit, but that's the name of the message that I have prepared. Very interesting message, right? We are still here, and there's other part which I can't reveal now, but you must be there to get the other part of it.
And that's Saturday, the 2nd of August.
That's
next month. That's next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Not Saturday coming. The next Saturday at the Archibald Avenue 7-Day Adventist Church.
I wish I can attend this.
I really love your talk.
I'll attend, and if I'm coming, I'm going to come in the capacity of representing my uncle who was part of the PRA.
That will be great.
Yeah,
that will be great.
Doc, I'd like to represent you in this. He's listening all the way in Winnipeg.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
Parting words?
My end parting words is that we are kindly asking to all patriots and Grenadians on a whole to assist us in whatever way they can possible in order to make our comrades more comfortable in this twilight time of the year, knowing that they give almost their lives to this country, all right, and they are in need of our assistance. So we are asking comrades they can give sanitary supply and also dry goods. And you can contact myself, Dean Philip, on phone number 407-2726. Comrade Manley Philip at phone number 406-7588-7588, and Comrade Rayburn Nelson at phone number 449-9490. Okay, and also they can drop off any items at Common Manley office on Green Street. That's MP's Electrical at any given times. Okay. MP Electrical, Manley Philip on Green Street, opposite the CID building. Yeah. Feel free to drop off any sanitary supply and dry goods.
Okay.
Thank you all very much.
I would really love to see that day when you all would become so affluent as to having a physical structure that can be called home.
Mm-hmm.
We
are working towards that.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
We are working towards that, getting an office space here. Yeah, we are working towards that. In fact, we have already written to the government for concession on certain items.
Okay.
They're bringing it from wheelchairs and other stuff and office material and so on. So as I said, the government is working with us.
I also wish that as a people, we as a people would really come to terms with the fact that the Grenada Revolution, as I always like to say, it is a bittersweet, all right? But it is here, and there's nothing new under the sun. It's just that our people were not used to this sort of thing because we're so small and we're so enclosed and stuff. So a revolution wasn't, but it's part of our history, and we have to come to terms with it and deal with it. So, gentlemen, I want to wish you all the best, and going forward, I wish folks would have a sympathetic heart and reach out and be benevolent to your cause, and all the best. Continue doing what you're doing, reaching out and supporting your comrades, and God's blessings.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Folks, I have been speaking with Miss Comrades Rayburn Nelson and Dane Phillip of the ex-PRA and Patriot Association, Welfare Association. And we take a commercial break. We'll be back after this. Don't you go anywhere.
all about Kesty Band for the ultimate cool down party. It's all about Carnival Encore. You thought we missed it, and now we can't miss it.
Miss Oceanette, girl, I'm coming home, I will see you again. All day through the night, I'm dreaming. Yeah, Miss Oceanette, way you turn it up, make it smooth, my darling. When outside is pouring rain.
If you are interested in reliable and efficient shipping, then look no further. Carib Connects is the one for you. Our main office is situated in Miami, which boasts one of the most advanced facilities with branches in most of the Caribbean islands, including Grenada. At Carib Connects, we offer you a timely and hassle-free shipping experience, whether it's by air or by sea. Our logistic team will ensure that you have a superb experience. We can take care of your small packages, full container loads, vehicles, dangerous goods, hazmat materials, and special loading. Our local branch is situated on the Carnage, right next to the fire station. Come in and have a word with our experienced staff. They are more than equipped to assist you with anything that you would need. We open from Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can also get information at info@caribconnects.com. At Carib Connects, we are connecting you with excellence.
Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Wednesday, August 6th, Concept Events, together with Flatlands Park Ship and Print, present Pre-Day, Black and Bougie, featuring Tel Pre, the Jab Boss, and his Grenadian family. We coming through, my people coming through. This is Pre-Day, featuring Tara the Governor. I said, we get them job, we go get them job. Muddy, Capital Jab, Boise.
One boy, we don't do it.
What's way?
Nobody I know them others can't.
Lava Man. Water Daddy. Vaughn and so much more. Wednesday, August 6th, the Grenada National Stadium. Gates open at 10 p.m. Showtime 11 p.m. Grenada, get ready. This is Pre-Day. Black and Bougie.
Fly the Jones swoosh, it's Lava Man, and you already know the energy. It's all about GBN Spice of the Carnat Soca Mona competition. This year is going to be greater, bolder, more exciting than ever. And it's all about the quarterfinals on the 25th of July. The 31st of July will be the semi-finals and the August 8th finals. Artists, if you think you have what it takes to own the stage, now is your chance. Get there, be there, see you there. Lava Man, the real mad one. Fly the Jones, swoosh, GBN Spice of the Carnat Soca Mona competition. We doing that.
Welcome back. We've got 5 minutes with which we can have a brief conversation, and let's straightly right away go to the telephone line and say good morning, caller. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph. I take this opportunity to warn the Grenadian people that there is a coup in the making. I repeat, Grenadians today, the 24th of July 2025, there is a coup in the making. Our constitution deserves change. Yes. As a matter of fact, we need a new constitution. But the constitution itself spells out how we can do it. There's a key in a door waiting for the people to open. But certain groups of pseudo aristocrats feel they're not going to give us the opportunity and they will establish their palace coup for themselves. Be warned. Be warned, Grenadians, and be careful what you wish. Do not allow the ends to justify the means. The means must justify the ends. We have experience. For what it's worth, Mr. Joseph, do have a nice day. Will you?
You too, caller. Have a good one. It's 4 minutes on to 8 o'clock. You know the numbers, 435-2041. Let's go back to the telephone line and say good morning.
Innocent, how are you today, my friend?
I am alive and thankful. How are you?
Well, I haven't heard from you for quite some time. You're like, good goal. How's the carnival shaping up with you? You know you're the king, and people doesn't want me to say that you're the king. And I know we killing them again. We knocking down everybody from captain to cook because you are my king, and I love you.
All right. Thanks for the love.
Anyway, I want to tell people, Honorable Andy Williams have this he have this praise and worship service at Gateway Assembly that is in Point Saline, and it was scheduled for the 1st of August, Emancipation Day, at 6 o'clock. But now he has changed it, bring it forward to the 31st of July, which is the Thursday before, and the time change is 6 o'clock because he wants to accommodate and to facilitate his constituents who wishes to attend the upcoming National Emancipation Celebration Day. So this service was scheduled for the Emancipation Day, but now it is rescheduled to take place on the 31st, 6 o'clock at the Gateway Assemblies that is in Point Saline, right? And of course, I also want to remind people that all churches are welcome, and they want 3 songs to be registered. So you're going to call the office at 457-440-1110, right? And call the office at 457-5569 to register the songs, because all denominations are welcome, because he wants to have this big service in collaboration with himself and the pastor. I think it's Pastor Banfield, and that praise and worship service. And also, what happened to these young people and them with these gun violence that in the hospital right now, that to be guard in the hospital? This coming like Trinidad. Since last week, I've been advertising on these behalf in the constituency. There are jobs for experienced and men and women for construction and skilled and unskilled laborers, and only women alone are applying,
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Whole week, I can't understand. People, there are jobs down there in that constituency. Go to the office in Montwood Road, or the women are always ahead of everything now. Is women that is ahead of men. You have more women lawyers, and women seem to be taking over these men. Where these young men gone?
My friend, before we wrap up, let me ask you this: you going to the church service that the Honorable Andy organizing?
No. That is, I know I ain't going to no church service. Okay. That I why you ask?
No, just I thought it would be a nice place for us to go.
Oh, you mean for both of us to go?
Yes.
Well, bro, you could call all me think about it, but I don't want nobody to bust my head with you, so I will prefer to not to be in I would prefer not to be in your company. Next minute I get my head bust and my house stone on my house. So
stop that.
So the answer would be no.
Okay.
I tell you that publicly. But you know me and you, regardless of what.
We good.
Anyway, right. So I want the people to apply down by Andy office there. Mm-hmm. There are jobs. You don't have to fight. And you see this cutlass at all you're taking it, go in the land and chop the trees so that you all could get food to eat, to chop it down to plant. Yeah. That is where you all should be using these things, okay, and not on people. All Thank you, my friend. Have a great
good
day.
One.
Bye-bye.
All right, have a good one, my dear friend. All right, let us accommodate this call via our WhatsApp platform and say good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent.
Hi, morning. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm just calling to say, I don't know if I can do that, but I'm calling to say that the Woburn Methodist Church is having a tea and fair this afternoon.
Right. Well, go ahead.
We are just inviting persons to come out and support us. There will be a bouncing castle for the children. Our tea begins at 3 p.m. The cost of the ticket is $15. We have other stalls like bakes and fish cake, lamb waters, cake stall, clothing, etc. So we're just asking that they come out and support us, please.
Okay, well, I know that they will come out and support you, okay?
Thank you very much.
Have a good day. All the best.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right,
bye-bye.
bye-bye. You too. Good. Bye-bye. Folks, this is where we've got to wrap it up for the program this morning. We've got to join the BBC. And thank you for, being a part of the program. And if the good Lord spare our lives, we'll have another one tomorrow. Same time, same place, same frequencies, channels, and platforms. Bye-bye.